Now, a special class of deletion and duplication occurs when you have a tandem repeat of a sequence. When you have anywhere from a single base repeat, or dynamically all the way up, those have a tendency, a very high tendency for both forward and reverse because at the very small level, you have summary equipment and other microscopic events. And then at the larger level, you have some kind of combination, often homologous combination that occurs across deletions and duplications of and inversion here, we're representing a complicated chemical event that involves double-stranded DNA going 5' to 3' on the top strand from left to right and 5' to 3' on the bottom strand going from right to left. And you're taking a little chunk of that and flipping it so that you break some bonds and remake them. All the 5' to 3' distances that you've just done a reverse complement of the top strand and the bottom strand. And that reverse complement is basically turns this is sometimes abbreviated where a thing inverted might take the code for that. Might be now the reverse complement, and of course the gene order or the DNA segment order is reversed. Translocations and searches for combination have in common that you will make a break somewhere, and then you will bring in a new piece of DNA. Just like the inversion where you invert it in place. Here, it involves something happening as break the DNC
This mechanical work actually can modify the energy, the activation energy of the process, the amount of energy that it takes to do that process at a given temperature. So what we write is the EA, the activation energy for the surface reaction rate under the stress case, or when we're oxidizing in a curved surface, is going to be equal to EA on a flat surface, whatever that might be, say 2 electron volts, plus some extra term. And there's a term that depends on the normal stress. Sigma n is the normal stress, normal goes in this direction, in the radial direction. Sigma n times some steady parameter, Vr, plus sigma t is the stress in the tangential to the growing surface, so along the circumference, times some other fitting parameter, volume Vt.
organic matter that does all the things, changes in the IC distributions, oxygen distribution, nutrients, anything you're interested in like that, where they might not be as interested in the exact cycling of the rates of primary production. So where I'm going with this is going back to Caitlin's question. So I'm going off a little bit of a tangent, but this is kind of a good view.
So what your atmospheric structure consists of is you have a boundary layer. It's about 1 kilometer thick, and on top of that is this region known as the troposphere, and it's about 10 kilometers thick, and it's heated from the bottom by IR radiation being emitted by the Earth. So it has an inverted temperature structure. So it's a region of really strong vertical mixing. And so if you're a particular particle in that layer, you can traverse the entire layer, probably on the order of a couple days, or if you're in the middle of a huge tropical storm, you can do it in an hour. So we also, on top of that, we have the stratosphere. It's very firmly stable because of the warming at the top, and that's primarily due to ozone absorbing the photons coming from the sun and a little bit of oxygen photolysis. But because of its structure, it's very stable, so it's very weak in terms of vertical mixing. There's a lot of the tropopause is the break, this artificial boundary between the two levels. And it actually is really important for us because there's a huge gradient there in terms of concentration for the size or the chemical nature or the sources of the aerosols. And they are pretty well defined from one another in terms of transport. There is some transport across the tropopause. Like I said, if you have those massive clouds, massive thunderstorms in the tropics, you can inject things up in the stratosphere. You also have large scale transport sent in the tropics because that's where the tropopause is the coldest. So you have air going up in the tropics, sort of on a large scale, and coming down on the poles. There's also a couple other where it's a lot like how an eddy forms in the Gulf Stream, where it'll inject a little bit of air from the stratosphere into the troposphere, and then eventually gets entrained because of all the mixing there. But for the most part, it's a very slow leak from one level to the other. So it's really important to understand the chemistries in the two different areas because they really are just...
Louis, are you going to post this PowerPoint or should we be trying to scribble everything down?
Oh, no, I'm going to post the PowerPoint
Okay, thanks.
right after class. So these are kind of the... what? This is kind of the atmosphere-ocean interaction in a nutshell, the way I see it. Down here we have what most of us focus on in one way or another for each other's brain biology, ecology. Well, we'll talk about for now, ecology. And through a lot of these biological processes, formation or uptake of climatically relevant gases. So carbon dioxide, oxygen, sulfur gases, which is dimethyl sulfide, nitrous oxide, and eventually those are ventilated in the atmosphere and gases processes, which everyone talks about on Tuesday. Once they get up into the atmosphere, they go through a variety of things. They can affect the temperature, greenhouse gas effects, which we'll talk about. They can affect ozone concentration through a lot of chemistry. Walking with you there. Ozone concentration through a lot of chemical reactions, which I'll touch on later. And they can also directly affect the radiation load, which we'll talk about. And then these lead to other secondary things happening in the atmosphere, changing cloud like the that we'll talk about below. And the troposphere